Hello everyone, it's Lila of Hunks4Hope. I'm basically just getting out of work right now, but I wanted to talk to everyone about something that I found very interesting. Um, I'm going to do more talks about domestic violence and, things that are related to domestic violence, and I didn't necessarily want to title my live video with domestic violence. I try to choose some sort of catchy title so that people really don't think, oh, it's just another domestic violence video. But this, I want to say, is something that's very important. I was doing some reading and I came across the article about the San Bernardino shooting. And I mean, at first when it came on the news, I was like, all right, another terrorist attack, probably maybe some kid who has a troubled past or, who has an issue at home or maybe an issue with the teachers and came out and decided to bring a gun to school and shoot people in the school. But then as the story started to unfold, we then learned that it was a domestic violence situation. And it's like, it's almost like nobody cared after that. Just the relationship gone bad. Like, on to another thing, it was just on to the next thing. I think something happened and the president came on television and, like, literally it was just washed away. And I really did some research today about it. And I was looking up the word misogyny, right? I'm going to read you the definition. Misogyny is a dislike or a contempt for or ingrained injustice against women. Now, we know that women are not the only ones that suffer from domestic violence. Hi, Rico. Hi, Jillian. Hi, Stacy. Women are not the only ones that suffer from domestic violence. Children, elderly people, men suffer from domestic violence. Now, if you look at the stats, about 85% of women are victims, right? Which leaves another, very large percentage of people who are not women who are still affected by domestic violence. And women are 10 times more likely to be killed by a ex-boyfriend or boyfriend or husband, or, a partner than a complete stranger, which is shocking. It's really scary. But delving a little deeper, I'm thinking to myself, like, misogyny, like that word, where that type of hatred has to come from somewhere, right? So I had to look up, hi Rico, I had to look up where it stems from. And really and truly, it made me stop and think. And it made me think more so about accountability. Because the article that I read talked about misogyny stemming from a male's dislike for women because of something that happened in that man's life that made him distrust women. So from the notes that I have here, it says it stems from a result of trauma involving a female figure they trusted, which was so interesting to me. Ladies, are we creating abusers? Like, that is the question. Are we creating abusers by the things we're saying and the things that we're doing? It's shocking. As I learn more about domestic violence and what causes it, I'm starting to peel back these layers, and if misogyny is caused by some sort of trauma that a male endured from a female, then domestic violence, or a portion of domestic violence, I should say, is really stemming from women, from our attitude towards men. And more than likely, it's because of something a man did to us, right? And that's why we're now unleashing that onto another man. So think about that for a second. Really sit down and think about it for a second. That means that if we're doing tit for tat, it's only going to continue this cycle of resentment and violence, right? If we're doing something to someone else that was done to us. So when someone does something to you, you know, someone hurts you in some sort of way, why would you want to inflict that sort of pain on someone else? Yes, Rico, break the cycle. That's right. Why would you want to inflict that pain on someone else? It's just going to cause a wave of pain. It's almost like when you drop a pebble into a lake, right? It causes this ripple effect. The ripple effect can stop with you. It can stop with you. That's a choice that you make. That's a choice that you make. You say to yourself, listen, this happened to me. I'm gonna internalize. I'm gonna process this the best way that I can. But I'm going to do my best to make sure that that doesn't happen to anyone else, because I wouldn't want anyone to feel the same way that I felt, the same way that this person made me feel. It's like in the Bible, for example. Jesus said the golden rule: treat your neighbor, treat your brother as you want to be treated. We should always carry that in mind, because when we're treating others with negativity, disrespect, we're playing games with people and their emotions, that just doesn't affect that person. That affects everyone that person comes in contact with. Okay? So it's an energy, it's a flow of energy, negative energy that's coming from you that you're passing along to another person because you feel that that's going to make you feel better, And in turn, it really affects this person in a major way, okay? And then starts to affect the people around them. Now, just from that one incident, okay, think of how many people it can affect over time. So we really have to start being responsible with our energy. We really have to start showing people respect. That's right. That's right, Leah. Just pay it forward. Positivity. Give out positive energy. No matter what's happening to you, no matter what's going on with you, trust me, whatever you give out is what you're going to get back. So if you make that choice to give out positivity, that's exactly what you're going to get back. And we need to start breaking these cycles of violence. We need to start breaking these cycles of violence. We need to start breaking these cycles of pain. We need to start breaking these cycles of negativity, and if you're a mom, start with your children, okay? Start with yourself, first of all. Let's say that. Start with yourself, okay? Because a lot of people speak negatively into themselves, and we need to stop doing that. We need to start really showing ourselves positivity and loving ourselves. Self-love is the most important. That's where it starts. That's the only way that you can really, truly love others. Because if you can truly accept yourself for who you are, you're more likely to accept another person for who they are. So, looking back at this San Bernardino shooting, it's a suicide murder, right? So the guy comes in, his name was Cedric Anderson. He comes in and he kills Karen Smith, his wife. I think they were married for a few months, and then she realized something was kind of off with him, and she decided to leave. And when you leave a situation, a domestic violence situation, those first couple of days after you leave are the most vital. Those are that's the time when something really, really bad can happen. So you really have to make sure that you have a lot of support and that you're safe when you're leaving a situation, or you're as safe as you can be, so that things really don't happen the way that they happen here. I know it's not 100% where you can just leave and set everything up perfectly so that nothing happens to you, but you definitely have to pay attention and be aware of those things. So looking at this man, I mean, he's had so many prior arrests and things happen to him regarding domestic violence disputes with previous girlfriends and previous wives. Something happened in this man's life, okay? And I'm not siding with her abuser. I'm not saying, poor abuser guy, it's just, I'm so sorry that, you had some trauma. We all have trauma happen to us. It's really how we deal with it that really, tells the story about who we truly are. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, he obviously didn't have much support for you to have to be so angry, angry and controlling, and want to express your dominance in such a way that you walk into a classroom of children. I mean, he could not have been thinking about those children at the time that he walked in. There's no possible way that those kids were on his mind when he walked into that classroom. He was targeting his wife, his ex-wife. He wanted to do her damage. He wanted to know that he had control in that situation, and he just popped off in that classroom, okay, no matter who was around. He wound up shooting an 8-year-old boy and I believe a 9-year-old girl. The little 8-year-old boy passed away, unfortunately. But look at that. And then he goes and kills himself. And a lot of people would say he's a coward for that. He's a coward for shooting himself because he's not going to own up or ever, get punishment for the things that he did. Exactly, Leah. He was seeing red. Hey, Emma. So, fellas, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. A lot of you guys do not know that you are, angry at the world and you hate women. Like, some of you don't even know. You're not even aware of this misogyny that you're carrying around with you. You're not even aware of it. Okay? Because this is something that is embedded in you. Maybe even as a child, your mom or your aunt or your sister or whoever, some woman hurt you. They hurt you. They did something to you that hurt you. Okay? And now, instead of making a decision and a choice to not allow those negative emotions or to try not to get help, to not allow those negative emotions to pass on to other women, you're out there cheating on women, on your girlfriends. You're out there being verbally abusive to your girlfriends. You're out there hitting your girlfriends. You're not giving these women any value, okay? Even though they should be valued, because at one point in time you didn't feel valued by a woman. And that is something that you need to look into for yourself. That is something that is a mental health issue. And I'm not saying you're crazy or anything like that. It is just something that you need to work through. That's simply it. Being angry at women just because a woman is a woman, or because something happened to you, like, that is something that's not normal. That's not normal. Okay, that's not normal. You may think it's normal guy behavior, but that's not normal human behavior. Okay? By nature, humans are supposed to be able to love. And if you're not in a place where you can love another human being, that is something that you have to work on. And it's good. It's good to work on it. Please, go and get therapy. Go and get help. Speak to someone. Develop a support system of positive people who can help you work through these things, because that's a heavy load to bear. It's a heavy cross to carry, okay? Knowing that there's something inside of you that's eating away at you, and you're inflicting all of this pain and suffering on other people. Inside, it's wrong. Inside, something is not right there, but you're still doing it. And ladies, be careful what you say to your men. Be careful what you do to these men, your sons, your nephews, your boyfriends. Be careful, because every word we say, every action we take has a consequence. And it may not be a consequence for you. It may not be a consequence for that person, but it may be a consequence for the next person. So, there's so much that I have to say about this topic, but I'm actually going to leave it at that. I think I've said what I needed to say. It's more so about accountability, okay? When we're society makes the men feel weak if they ask for help. Society does. But guess what? When you go to counseling and you go to therapy, that's personal. That's between you and your therapist, okay? And it doesn't matter what anybody else says about it, because you're working on you. It's a positive thing. You're acknowledging in your mind that you need this assistance to make you a better man, to make you a better husband, to make you a better boyfriend, to make you a better father, okay? And when you're happy in your life, things come to you. If you're struggling now, guess what? It's probably because something internal is really affecting you. Okay, and you need to be able to release those emotional blocks, you release that emotional trauma, and then through the law of attraction, things start to gravitate towards you. Wonderful things, great things, and that's what we need in our life. We can build with our words or destroy. That's right, Emma. So build. Let's build. Let's build one another up. Let's show each other love and appreciation. Okay, I've taken on this new task. Every morning I wake up, I ask my boyfriend, "Is there anything I can do for you today?" I think there was a Facebook post floating around. It's like, "Can I do anything to make your day better today?" You know, because I don't know what he's going through. He might not be telling me everything that he's going through. He might not be telling me, he might want to keep things from me so that I'm not worried. Maybe he's worried about something and he doesn't to get to where they need to be. And they should be helping us to get to where we need to be. I mean, times are changing. Women are now, getting more degrees, for example, higher degrees. We're working, you know, um, better paying jobs now. It's a different time, but the principles still apply. Love each other, love each other. So that's all I have to say. Women, hold yourselves accountable. Men, get the help that you need, no matter what is going on, no matter who laughs at you, who says you will win, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, you're going to be the better man because you went and you did something about your situation, okay, to make you a better person. So, good night, everyone. Enjoy this beautiful weather. I think we're going to have it for the rest of the week. And I'll be back to talk some more. I really want to reach out to my guys. And yeah, what can I do for you today? I really want to reach out to my guys and ask them, what can I do for you today? What can I do for you today to help you in any single way? Okay, if you are going through something that, where you're angry and you're lashing out at people, do you know how to really understand what's going on with you? Like, do you know the signs of how to kind of almost self-diagnose yourself? All right, these are things that people can read up on. You can Google, why am I acting this way? Or best thing, go and get help. If you have insurance covers most health care. I think New York City has a new mental health agency, I believe. I'm gonna look it up and I'll put it in the comments. But reach out to them and see what they can offer. Meditation helps. Yoga helps. Working out helps to relieve some stress. But whatever you can do to make somebody else's day better, to make your day better, please do it and show each other love and kindness and support. Okay? All right. I'm out. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening. I love you guys. And if anybody needs to reach me, you can reach me through our website, www.hunks4hope.com. You can email me at Lila Green, LILAGREEN, at hunks4hope.com. And I'll be more than happy to talk to you. I'll be more than happy to link you with some resources. And we will talk again soon. Love you guys. Bye.